Continuing. The track captain of hers who seems so interested in her well-being. True, I've only seen the two of them together a few times, but that doesn't change the fact that they seem better suited to one another. There's really nothing to be done about that. I need to take my mind off this whole situation. Got homework to do. Maybe that will distract me. You know what you need? A big fucking bottle of Captain Morgan. Or some vodka. Vodka! Out respect for nature. Our vodka and drinkers. Promising that the vodka we reserve is pure as it was thousands of years ago. Love that song. Drag this fucking computer closer so I can just chill. Because I got like another 10, 12, I got another 6 hours before I have to go to work. Excuse me. That was nasty. I just fucking burped into my own beverage. Fucking canned drinks, man. They cause fucking gaseous. They cause fucking esophageal gases. A night of restlessness has left me feeling fairly groggy this morning. The events of the previous day kept intruding upon my mind. The memory of how Emi felt against me. The memory of our wrestling match. And the most bothersome, the memory of her nightmare. She was in so much pain. Can't stop wondering what it must be like for her to wake up with nobody there. The shower shocks me awake with hot water. Awake but still worried. What will happen today? Will things just go back to normal? No. Today is going to be the day, my friend. End of the episode. Back to the status quo. This isn't an anime, bro. Well, it is for like two or 3 minutes, like 1 to 3 minutes at the start of each chapter 2 or act 2 for each character. Then it's an anime for like a few minutes. There was a connection yesterday, something that nearly pushed us past the boundaries of normal friendship. What would that have been so bad? My mind goes back to the look in Emi's eyes after our pillow fight. It almost seemed like she was daring me to go on. Almost. But I can't know for sure. Anyway, the track captain's probably the first in her affections. But even as I say that, my mind is already snorting derisively. I'm just looking for an excuse, a reason for everything to go wrong. Yeah, you are. Look at the positive. A reason to not try. It's not as if I've even seen the two of them together outside of track practice. And clearly he's never visited. Emi said it as much herself. If they were close, surely he'd visit. Such a wuss. Yeah, you are. Man the fuck up. Or do I have to show the picture of you looking in the mirror and seeing fucking boondocks? Just like, hell yeah. Juggalos. I ought to just go for it anyway. Damn the consequences. That's what Emi would do. I think. Hell, I know that's what she'd do. Which is partially why I'm convinced there's no interest on her end. She hasn't acted either. Maybe because of this track captain, it's possible she's got a bit of an unrequited crush thing going on. But who would be able to clarify their relationship? Sure as hell can't be Emi. She'd probably just laugh and ask why I wanted to know, and I'm not ready to answer that yet. Rin would probably just give me some cryptic answer or something, and then with my luck, she'd just ask Emmy, who would ask me why I wanted to know, and I've already covered that problem. I wonder, could I get away with asking the nurse? He seems pretty protective of Emmy. I'm sure he'd know if something was up. And he knows me for not letting Emmy know he forgot to tell me about her being ill, so he'll keep quiet. What if he asks me why I want to know, though? I could shake him off, just say I'm curious as a friend. He'll buy that, won't he? Of course. Of course! That's settled then. After the run, I'll talk to him while Emmy's waiting outside at the office. No sign of Emmy when I arrive at the track, and she's still too ill. I decide to give her 10 minutes. I'm a little early, and she who was ill yesterday, so if she takes a while to show up, it shouldn't be surprising. Still, I'd hate to just waste my time, so I occupy myself by stretching and pacing back and forth anxiously. What if I went too far yesterday? What if she doesn't come because she's too embarrassed? What if... There she is. You're early again, Hisao. I'm impressed. Just like that, I feel some of the tension leaving my body. Emmy seems to be bright and cheerful as usual, with no sign that she even was ill the other day, much less had less than restful sleep. Still, I have to ask, sleep well last night? It's just a throwaway question, small talk. The sort of thing the people ask someone they bump into in the cafe while getting their morning coffee. But not for us, at least not for me. I don't know if Emmy realizes that I'm actually concerned about how well she slept last night, but the question does give her pause. After a short moment of what seems like her genuinely pondering this, she nods. Yep, sure did. You liar. Was it because of me? Did I actually help? Or are you just saying that to get me to stop asking questions? Good to hear. Emmy grins and begins warming up. So, ready to begin? Am I ready? Of course I'm ready. I was born ready. Emmy laughs at my bravado, and we take off running. I keep a steady pace the whole time, breathing steadily. Damn it! The fucking text lagged because of this. Minimize that. Text history. I still feel dead at the end, but at least I don't gasp like a fish out of water. Emmy is positively beaming after the run today. Nice job, Hisao. You're improving. You'll be half as fast as me in no time. This last line delivered with a teasing grin that I've grown all too used to. Oh, how exciting. Emmy begins to run her sprints while I take a cool down lap. She's really pushing herself today. By the time I'm done with my lap, she's laying across one of the bleachers looking exhausted. Goodness, not pushing it a little too much today, are you? You did just have a cold, you'll recall. Emmy gives an annoyed snort and sits up. Bah! I'm just trying to make up for lost time, that's all. I went twice as hard today, you know? A good runner always gets the kinks out, you know? Clears the mind, too. Oh? Emmy nods vigorously. Yep, it's a great outlet for that sort of thing. She does not explain further, and I don't ask. I suspect I know the real reason she went so hard today. Being sick had nothing to do with it. Something's bothering her. Maybe the nightmare. Maybe something else. But it's not my place to pry. She'd tell me if she wanted me to know. I'm sure that comes in handy. You have no idea. The sincerity in her voice confirms my suspicion. The only problem is, even though I know she'd tell me if she wanted me to know, I still want to know. Something on your mind, then? Amy doesn't seem surprised by my question. Instead, she shrugs. Nah, it's nothing worth getting worried about. She seems as if she's trying to convince herself as much as she's convincing me. I opened my mouth to ask if yesterday is responsible for her current state of mind, but think better of it. Too much risk of her taking the question the wrong way. Besides, I'm not even sure myself what to think about yesterday. Really, I can only get about as far as how it felt to have Emmy sleeping next to me before my brain shuts down. Having her before me now, covered in sweat and looking wryly at me, she's making it difficult to think. Yeah, I hear you. We'd better hurry off to see the nurse. We're running short on time. Aren't we always? Emmy laughs at this, a dry chuckle that seems most un-Emmy-like. Too true. For a brief moment, she looks old, worn down by some old hurt. But just like yesterday, I can almost see her shouldering the burden and straightening up slightly, and then she's back to being Emmy again. Come on then, Asao, race ya. With a sudden smile, she darts off. Hey, no fair! I take off after her, knowing I won't catch her, but not caring. Even if there's no chance of catching her, I'll still run after her. Emmy's waiting for me at the door as I arrive. Well, look who's finally shown up. Yeah. Enjoy your victory while you can. Emmy grins as the nurse pokes his head out the door. Well, there you are. Come on in, Hisao. In what has become a familiar routine by now, he checks my blood pressure and my heart rate. Bit fast today, isn't it? Yeah, kind of raced Emmy here. Nurse laughs. That's never a good idea. He leans in to whisper to me in a conspiratory manner. I don't know if you've heard, but Emmy's a bit of a track star. I reel back in mock surprise. Really? She never mentioned it before. Yeah, the two of us share a laugh. Did she do okay today? Cold seemed to bother her. Why don't you ask her? He rolls his eyes in exasperation. Of course I'm going to ask her too, but she'll tell me that she didn't have any problems regardless of whether or not she did. So I'm asking you because you're her friend and would probably tell me if she had trouble today. When he puts it that way, it makes a lot more sense. She seemed pretty good today, if a little more tired than usual. She was already feeling better when I dropped her by yesterday, so I'm not that surprised. Nurse nods, though I notice he tenses slightly when I mention yesterday's visit. Well, that's good to hear. Figured it was just a 24-hour thing. Emmy tends to recover quickly from colds and the like. Hey, speaking of Emmy, is she in the track star? Well, you know. Well, track star, track captain. A look of suspicion crosses his face. Why do you ask? Well, it's just that they seem kind of close, and I was just curious, you know? I'd never ask her because that would be kind of embarrassing. So far, so good. Now to really sell it. Besides, I think they'd make a cute couple. The nurse laughs. Well, I don't suppose you're the first to think that. But I think I can say with some certain that the two of them will never do anything like that. Certainty? Yup. Not that I could tell you, of course. Confidentiality and all that. Yeah, right. You just like holding a secret over my head. That too. This guy's awesome, but he's an asshole. He is, though. This guy's cool as hell, but he's an asshole. Right, get out of here. I'm a busy man, you know. I roll my eyes at his last statement and head out the door, motioning Emmy to go in. The whole time I'm trying to keep from doing a celebratory dance. Two of them will never do anything like that. That's precisely the sort of thing I wanted to hear. This dude is happy. I'm half tempted to make some sort of a move on Emmy right now, but I think the nurse would probably disapprove. Besides, I still don't know how exactly Emmy feels about me. I mean, it's obvious that she cares about me as a friend, but something more than that. I can't be certain. Even so, I can't help but feel hopeful. I just need to figure out a good time to tell Emmy exactly how I feel. Time will tell, my friend. Ooh. Look in my crystal ball, it's alright. That puzzle should keep me occupied for the rest of the day, at least. Just look in my crystal ball, it's alright. The rooftop is completely deserted. Oh, yes. Today's the day. After this part, I'm going to stop it because I really wanted to get to this part. Just a beat showed to it. Nah, I'm not doing it because of that reason. Because I really want to show this part. Because it's an important part. If this is the part that I'm thinking of. Normally I would count on Rin to be up here before me, but she's strangely absent. That's because she's out doing her art thing. Because even though Hisao is only connected to one story at a time, everybody else's story basically goes on without him. So Rin is doing her art gallery thing right now. Lily should be leaving for Scotland soon. Hanako is probably locked inside her room, being shy and emotionally scarred. And Shizune is just being fucking Shizune. Actually, I think she's at her father's house at this moment. Maybe. I wonder if she decided to accompany Emmy to the cafeteria for once. That seems pretty unlikely, but it's all I can think of right now. Part of me wants to go look for Rin, but a far larger part of me is too pleased with the way the sun feels on my skin to care. I pick idly at my lunch while I wait for Emmy and Rin to show up. It does not take long for me to hear the sounds of someone coming up the stairs. I wait until the door begins to open before talking. Took you long enough. Keep me waiting for you, honestly. Two of you are, huh? Well, that's odd. The only person standing in the doorway is Emmy, who looks mildly confused. What do you mean, huh? It's me. You know Emmy. You know Emmy, we run in the mornings. You retard. She grins and I feel my heart jump slightly in my chest at the sight. Yeah, I knew that. I'm just confused. Where's Rin? Emmy's grin is replaced by a rather guilty-looking expression. Yeah, about that. I kinda sort of gave her my cold. Okay, yeah, she's okay, now I know where we're at. So Lily is visiting her family. Rin is in her room popping cold medication, getting high as fuck off a codeine cold medicine without pants or a bra on. And Hanako and Shizune are still in the fucking school. Oh dear. Am I at risk too? It would make sense after all. Emmy and I were close contact the other day. So what did she and Rin do that got her ill? Lesbian sex. Steady on, old lad. Don't go down that road. Rin's just probably got a worse immune system than me. Emmy seemed shocked by my comment, like she hadn't considered that before. I hope not. And I'll feel terrible if you get ill because of me, Asao. Oh man, I think I feel a fever coming on. Emmy looks horrified and then quickly shifts into a more angry expression. Hisao, you stop getting sick this instant. I won't have it. Impulsively, she seizes me by the collar. Are you listening to me, Hisao's immune system? Get your ass in gear. Give her a smart salute. Duly noted, ma'am. Emmy steps back and nods, satisfied. Good. You're not allowed to miss any of our morning runs after all. But you missed a morning run. Emmy crosses her arms and looks at me hauntingly. Yes, but that's a special case. It was me, and not you. That's not an explanation at all. Emmy looks flabbergasted. You're kidding, right? That explanation makes perfect sense. No, it doesn't. It's a blatant double standard. I don't see what that has to do with anything. Oh, fine. Amy seems pleased by her victory. Anyway, Rin is going to be okay. Oh, wait, read that wrong. Is Rin going to be okay? She's not terribly ill, right? Amy shakes her head. Nope, she'll be fine. I got her some cold medicine that should help her. Yeah, she's popping it like crazy. Although I probably should have made sure she didn't try to take them all at once. She's done that before, you know. Somehow I don't find this at all surprising. I doubt Rin is one to pay attention to maximum dosages and such. She probably seems like the person that would just keep taking until she feels it. You're like, ooh, I feel better now. When in your mind it's just like dopamine con dopamine content increasing. You are now high. You should probably check in on her later then, just to make sure. Amy shrugs. I'll stop by after practice. She'll be fine until then. I Nog? What the fuck is wrong with my language today? Nod, figuring that line of conversation is over. The only problem is, I don't know what else to talk about. So, got any more track meets coming up? This is a terribly roundabout way of trying to see if she's free on the weekend. If she's free, then maybe I can ask her on a date or something. Well, assuming I can get myself to actually form the words. Emmy shakes her head. Nah, not for another couple weeks, I think. The season's winding down. Oh yeah, I came in right in the middle of things, didn't I? Does that mean exams are coming up soon? I should probably look into that. Oh dear, fucking exams. What do you do on the weekends if there's not a meet? An eyebrow goes up and Emmy gets a teasing look on her face. You're awfully inquisitive today, aren't you? I shrug and hope it looks casual. Just making conversation. I don't know what it's like to be a track star after all. Flattery. She waves a hand idly. I'm not actually that good, you know. You just so happen to see me on a good day is all. You liar. Yeah. But humility is the sign of a good athlete. At least that's what my dad used to say. Emmy shrugs and tries unsuccessfully to hide the rather troubled expression on her face it has taken on. Hey, what's up? You seem bothered by something. Emmy starts to deny it, then sighs in defeat. I wonder if she's too tired from being sick to get herself to deny it like usual. Or if she actually just trusts me enough at this point to open up. Well, you remember last night? Do I ever? I settle for nodding, however. Ugh. That's not the first time that's happened to me. Actually, I get them kind of... She pauses as if suddenly occurred to her what she's doing. But then she starts up again, choosing her words carefully. Well, not often, but on occasion. It's just been one of those weeks where that's what happens. A sigh escapes her, and looks terribly frustrated. Reach over and give her a hug, which, unlike last time, doesn't seem to shock her. Instead, she seems to relax as my arms wrap around her. We stay that way for a while. You know, I was serious last night. You really can't talk to me if stuff like this is bothering you. It's always difficult to do this sort of thing solo, you know? Amy smiles and breaks the embrace, but stays leaning on my shoulder. Thanks, Sasao. I'll be fine, I think. I can already see her reassembling herself, getting ready to bottle it up all again. Well, bottle it all up again. I guess that topic's closed now. So hey, given any more thought of that career survey? Can't to say I have. I don't tend to plan very far ahead, you know. Although I suppose I could at least start looking into college, huh? Wow, I fucked up that sentence at the end. Because they both say at the end of a sentence so much. It's just like, God damn. I shrug. Oh, time to make a back rest. Hold on. Oops. I suppose, unless you were serious about that pirate thing. Last I checked, pirates didn't have much need for universities. Unless there's like a pirate university out there somewhere. Emmy giggles and starts to look a little like her old self, but there's a new element to her expression. Impish. That's how I'd describe it. Emmy looks impish, looking up at me with her head nestled into my shoulder. Would you come with me if I ran off to be a pirate? Of course I would. Who in their right mind would pass up the opportunity to be pirates with you? Well, when you put it that way, I'm not sure. She giggles again. I noticed that my heart seems to have sped up. It's probably due to Emmy's proximity to me. That hint of strawberries again. Can't help but grin as I gaze down at her. She's happy again. Hey, Sal. I thought, yep, here it comes. Right here. Hmm? If you're going to kiss me, you should probably do it soon. I think the lunch bell is about to ring. My thoughts grind to a sudden halt. She's like, wait, what? Wait, what? She's like, hold on. Quick, grab that metal pipe. Why? Hit me with it. Why? I need to make sure I'm not dreaming. Yeah, quick, hit me with it. If I bleed, I'm not dreaming. Hit me just square in the fucking nose. Just do it. Hold up. Because that moment was epic. I'm pretty sure my mouth is hanging open in shock. All I can manage is a strangled, huh? This amuses Emmy even more. You were thinking about it, weren't you? She sits up, bringing her face level with mine. I'd probably enjoy it, you know. You're really, well... She briefly composes herself, looking like she's about to say something important. If you hadn't figured it out by now, I think I've developed a bit of a crush on you. You're going to have to do something about that. This time, her grin short-circuits several important thought processes. At some point, I turned toward her, and at another point, her arms moved wow, I'm fucking up this sentence, dude. And at another point, her arms moved to around my neck, and yet another, my arms wrapped around her waist. I'll be damned if I could tell precisely when that happened, because at the moment, there's only a voice in the back of my head yelling at me to kiss her. I look into Emmy's eyes. There it is. Thing I saw yesterday on the bed. It's there again. It suddenly strikes me that she's worried that I'll reject her. What a silly worry for her to have. Mission complete. Just let it marinate. Her lips taste faintly of strawberries. She leans into the kiss and her arms tighten around the back of my head, making sure that I don't pull away. Not that there was any danger of that. There's a churning feeling in my gut. The world falls apart. There's just me and her and this bench. My arms tighten, drawing her waist closer, enhanced by the feel of her. This music, man. It just gets you every time. Like they say, one does not simply forget Katawa Shoujo. Once you've read it, that shit is staying in the back of your mind for good, man. Oh, there's a crink in my neck. Hold on. Oh shit. Worst time. Oh. God damn it. I need to crack my neck. Hold on. Oh. Uh, uh. Oh god. Ugh. Much better. I inhale her scent, my mind trying desperately to memorize everything about how she tastes, how she smells, how she feels. The ringing of the bell snaps us back to reality. Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. And we break the kiss. Emi's cheeks are slightly flushed, and she seems to be catching her breath. In her defense, so am I. We stand there for a few moments, trying to wrap our heads around what we've just done. Emi is the first to break the silence. So, want to grab dinner after I'm done with practice? What a coincidence! I was about to ask you the same thing. Well, actually, I suppose it was going to be some kind of proper date on the weekend or something. But the thought was there, I think. Emi gives me a playful shove. Yeah, right. You were still in shock from how incredibly awesome I am at kissing. We begin to head down the stairs back to our respective classrooms. Hey, I didn't see you talking immediately afterwards either. That I didn't. See you after practice, Sal. She leans in quickly and gives me a quick kiss in the middle of the hallway, sending me into another brief state of mental freefall. Damn, man, this dude's like fucking his fucking like he goes into bliss so easily. It's hilarious. As I head into the classroom, a giggling Misha greets me. Why, He-chan, you romantic you. Did you confess on the rooftop, did you? Actually, I think it was the other way around. This sends Misha into a fresh fit of laughter. Young love is so unpredictable, isn't it? You're a year younger than him. This being Misha, I suppose I should have expected her to tease me over this. It's because, dude, even though she's dude, this is the funny part. Even though she's a lesbian, she wants him. Like, no fucking joke. Even though she's a lesbian, she wants him. I guess. Before I can really respond, Mateo entered the room and Misha skips off to her seat, giggling all the while. That chick is she's gonna break her funny fuse if she doesn't learn to control her laughter. Like I did one day. I couldn't laugh for a whole week because I fucking laughed so hard that like I just stopped laughing all of a sudden. I was like, oh no. Quick, somebody show me something funny. And they showed me something that was like so fucking funny. Like it had everybody in the room. Ugh. Yawn. It had everybody in the fucking room like rolling on the floor laughing, and I'm just sitting there like my funny fuse was broken. I was like, oh god, this is the worst day of my life. And it lasted a whole fucking week. I couldn't laugh at anything. I was like, oh god, this sucks. Until I got high. Then it was all good. Then I was back to laughing. I suspect that I'll get a lot of that sort of conversation now, especially seeing how Emi kissed me right in the middle of the hall. Dude, she wanted it to be known. She's like, this is my man. Anybody fucking touches him in the wrong place or tries seducing my man, I'm gonna box him out. I'm gonna call Rin to give him a fucking dragon kick. Yeah, Bruce Lee. Yeah, Rin Tezuka equals Bruce Lee with them kicks. But somehow I don't care about that. For the first time since arriving here, my heart feels light. Welcome to my world. Welcome, satanic ritual. Thank you guys for enjoying this set of episodes to Katawa Shoujo. They will be uploaded later. But for now, since we got to the important part, how much time did that take? Okay, this is going to be a slightly shorter episode than the rest, but I am going to save it. And we will pick up on it next time. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.